What's going on, guys? Today I had the privilege of being able to sit down with Quest, who runs Quest to Fitness, and I was able to show him the exact system that we use that can help him 4x his monthly booked calls with qualified leads using a system that only costs $5 an hour. The best part is it runs completely on autopilot. This exact system helped me scale 2 different online fitness coaching businesses to 6 figures each, and in the past 2 years, it's made me an additional $210,648 with only 30 minutes a day of maintenance. It's the most passive income system you can find, and it's also highly cost effective. It's the perfect solution for any health coach, any fitness coach, honestly any coach who runs an online coaching business. This is literally the #1 video you need to watch right now. It's going to show you how to change your lead flow, change your booked calls, and make sure everything is high quality. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. Yo,
What's up, brother?
what's going on, man? Long time no see.
Nothing much. Happy New Year. How's everything?
Good, brother. Doing well. Only got one other call after this one for the night, and then we're calling it a night, wrapping up.
Got you, brother. Got you. I'm just starting over here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. How's the week been? Good?
It's been good, bro. Been solid.
Cool. Good stuff, man. I'm keen to dive in, brother. I mean, I was taking a look at the form that you filled out. I know you mentioned #1 priority is just making sure you guys have consistent lead flow, #1. And then number
Yeah.
two, it correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like you were wondering which angle to go down, ads or the appointment setter framework. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Cool. Why don't you give me the rundown pretty much of where you're at right now? Like, what is priority for you at the moment?
I would say getting the calendar booked out.
Yep. Okay.
At least, 5 to 10 calls a week, something along those lines,
Yep.
and moving on from there.
Cool. Would you say at this stage you're prioritizing in-person PT or online?
Online. So I might even taking on any more in-person clientele. The ones I have is the ones that are there.
Yep. Okay, cool. So you feel like now's the time, like you really want to scale up the online as much as you
Yeah.
possibly. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, just to save on time and be able to help more people in a timely manner as well.
Gotcha. How many appointments are you booking per week on average?
We're going into this new year. We always have that new year, new me rush that comes
Sure.
through. But we booked around this month so far. We've had 5 calls,
Okay.
six, excuse me, 6 calls. So it's about 2 calls a week.
Yep. What would you say the lead quality is like on those calls?
From the people I've had, it's been good traffic. They've been more from an organic standpoint, where either heard through word of mouth or something along those lines, or have a common person
Oh, right.
between each other, a mutual person between each other. So, hey, I work with this guy, da da da, and I'm able to close them. So,
Hmm.
I've hadn't had any pushback in terms of that.
Okay. But no one cold.
Say that one more time.
No cold leads that don't know you.
I have one lady. She's actually booked a call. She's gonna be on this Wednesday.
Okay. Okay,
I
cool.
have I have no clue who she is. We just got I use your DM method that we
Mhm.
had. I ran an ad from a long time ago. She had liked it. I was like, no, let me just like the post. Got her attention, slid in, and then from there was able to get her on the call. It took me about 3 days to have her actually follow up
Mhm.
with that process of getting her onto a call.
Okay, cool. So the DM script worked?
Yeah,
Sweet, sweet. Awesome. Now, the interesting thing is, right, like, do you feel where the constraint is at the moment is you almost kind of exhaust your warm leads, the people that do know you that are in your network, and you want to get
yeah,
a low, consistent of leads that are outside of your network that can
yeah,
convert.
exactly.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Cool, brother. I think I've got a couple solutions in mind for you that I can walk you through. I'll share my screen, draw it all out on the whiteboard. We can kind of chat around some solutions that you feel are best aligned for you, just to make sure I am hitting the mark here. And then from there,
Okay.
we can settle on the plan and you can go ahead and just pretty much get started on it. Yeah. Cool. Let me share my screen. Alrighty. Cool, cool, cool. So, first things first. At this stage, what I want to chat around is going to be DMs versus ads. Now, I'll be honest. I love ads. Big fan of ads. But at a very particular time. So typically within like our program for our guys, I only ever suggest they do ads when they're online for like their high ticket stuff is bringing
Mhm.
them at least 10K using the DM system, right?
Okay.
Um, the reason why is because for us, and like your offer right now, I think you mentioned you were currently running at, was it 1500?
Yeah.
Yep. And you wanted to upgrade it to 2500, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Cool. So the reason why is because we want to do a couple things. We want to validate A, people are buying our new program for 2500,
Hmm.
right? That's number one. Number two is that the market, the niche that we are targeting is resonating with our message. Because if we now try and spend money on ads without having validated that 2500 is working, without knowing exactly who this niche is, without knowing the exact messaging, all we're doing is burning cash.
Yeah.
We don't know these three fundamental things. And this is important because how we actually script our ad and film our ad, how we design the funnel is based around these three things. The language used to sell a $2,500 offer is different than selling a $200 offer. The niche that we select comes down to the targeting, it comes down to, the stuff in our script, who we're calling out, and the actual angle. And that's another way of saying like the message. The angle that we're using is completely dependent on what we've already found working. And so DMs is the cheapest, most effective, and the fastest way to test. It's also the fastest way to get to 10K, an extra 10K easily, right? The great thing about it too is it's also completely automated, just like ads, right? Now, ads sure is a little bit easier to scale, like what we were talking about the other time. Like if you want to double, triple the book calls, cool. Let's double, let's triple the ad budget, right? It's easier
Yeah.
to scale. You just literally crank the knob. DM's a little bit more tougher to scale, but even, I mean, for a lot of our guys, even just sending between 50 and 100 DMs a day, because our DM script is so dialed, even though it's only 50 and to 100, the quality is insane. And these are all cold people, by the way. No one from your
Yeah.
network, no one that knows you. But yet the response rates that we get from even 50 to 100 books us minimum one call a day.
Solid.
And so if you want to be doing an extra 5 calls in a week, essentially taking your month's volume of calls and doing it within a week, and you're
Yeah.
only taking calls with the most, excuse me, the most high quality leads that are financially pre-qualified, then the DMs is the one-stop shop, right? The other thing that it actually has above the ads is you can control the quality of the leads completely. With ads, it's a little bit hit or miss. Like you kind of put out, the magnet, and whoever's attracted to you, they come to you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure you've experienced this, right? Whenever you run ads, like the lead quality isn't always A1, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You sometimes you get like perfect, and then you're like, whoa, why do they even click this?
Exactly. With
Yeah.
DMs, because your VA, I'm going to show you a little bit about the system now, but because your VA like will pinpoint select exactly who you want to message. Let's say your niche, you want to narrow it down to brick and mortar business owners, you know, in the 30s to 50s, right? Sweet. We can pinpoint target those people. We're only going to message them. We're not messaging young people. We're not messaging people that don't run businesses. All the evidence we need is found in their profile, in their bio. We take a look at their photos. Your VA can do all the screening for you. You build that client profile once for them, train them up on exactly who to look for, and they'll go every day, message 100 people that look like that. And so now the lead quality is through the roof. It's
Yep.
only pre-qualified people. So every conversation you're having out of those 100, you're like, cool, if they book a call, you got a way higher chance of closing them. So let's say, you can only book, 3 to 5 calls a week. Because the lead quality is solid, even if your closing rate is kind of bad, you can at minimum expect to close two. One, if it's really awful, right? If your quality is like your closing percentage is really bad, even just closing one per week, but at a 1,500 price point, this system essentially is an extra 6 grand a month in
Yeah.
terms of top line,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense so far before I like break it down?
No, no, we're cool. Yeah, I'm following.
Cool, cool, cool. Now, in terms of how to actually go ahead and set this up, um I think I sent you a video. I ran through this system with another coach as well.
I
And
believe it. Yeah.
yeah, in a very similar situation. Were you able to watch that breakdown at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Feel free to let me know if I'm like repeating anything or you've kind of like
Okay.
seen in the past. Essentially, like the basic model is like you will hire someone else here, the VA, to message a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
Cool. How to actually set this up, that's that YouTube video. I will actually show you that because I give the scripts, everything. You can literally do that right now. But when it comes to making sure the lead flow is always good and you never run out of
Mhm.
leads, this is where for you actually the most important thing isn't going to be this kind of structure. It's going to be who you're messaging. That actually, if we can define that now on the call, that'll actually probably give you the most clarity so that you can immediately go ahead, get leads from that. And then lead flow isn't an issue.
Okay.
A lot of times, like coaches will get on the call with me and say, like, yeah, they're struggling with leads. But all a lead is do you have the ability to contact them? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Great. So when we can tap into Instagram or
Hmm.
LinkedIn or Facebook, you actually have unlimited amount of qualified leads. The actual question is number one, how do you find them? Two, what do you say? Because now remember, these are completely cold people.
Yeah.
And three, how do you convert? And conversion is actually the part of the puzzle a lot of people screw up, right? Because most people are cold. Down here is where they actually book a call. You need to do all of this legwork as soon as possible. You said it
Yeah.
took the chick like 3 days to book a call.
Yeah.
You can actually condense all of that down into about a half an hour to an hour span.
Yeah.
Because what happens from the time you message her to 3 days later, everyone gets distracted, everyone's doing a bunch of stuff. But we have a system to do the conversion within 5 minutes. Take them from being totally cold, not knowing you, to trusting you, understanding your process, who you are, and how you can help them. And now they're actually intrigued enough to book a call within the span of 5 minutes. So I'm gonna walk you through each of these at a high level. Feel free to like stop me if you got any questions, yeah?
Okay.
Cool. First off, how to find them. We need to find who your niche is. If this is a system that you want to go all in on, then we
Mhm.
actually need to understand who are we deploying our virtual assistant to find. So who is that?
So it's gonna be driven parents.
Okay, define driven parents.
So these are people. These are busy. These are working parents, professionals in their space. Majority of my best clients are either nurses, they're in the education field, or they're actually entrepreneurs themselves, but like established. anywhere from the ages of 32 to 50ish.
Okay,
Women to be exact. Yeah.
okay, interesting. Yeah, women, women, education established. Cool, cool.
And
Driven
I've
parent.
had, yeah, that's like my best clients. Yeah.
Yep, nice. And are they all online?
Yes, these are all this right here is all online, and you could put like I have women that are accountants too, so they all like fall into this like little branch.
Yep, lovely. Just general. I'm gonna say high level.
Professionals.
Now, that's the demographic. That's what they look like. What's their
Yeah.
pain?
Say that one more time.
What's their pain points? How are you selling them?
So definitely recharging energy, boosting their confidence, and enhancing their lifestyle.
Cool. Now, when they say enhanced lifestyle, what do they mean?
So that's being able to spend more time with their family and friends, because they have boosted their energy. They feel more confident in their skin. They want to go out more with their family and friends as well, and also it enhances their work life.
Mm. Okay, okay.
Make more money, spend more time with their family, free up more time.
Yep. And this might sound like a bit of a obvious question, but
Mhm.
how do you solve that problem?
So with my Body Quest program.
Okay. Okay. And again, what specifically is the promise here and your method to deliver that?
For sure. 15 pounds down in 8 weeks.
Great. Okay. Demo, pain, promise. Beautiful. Now, for these women here, do they put up
Mhm.
a fight for 1500?
No.
Great. Why do you think that is?
One, they value their health and prioritize their pain points. They understand when we get on the call, we're able to actually dissect and like, hey, like tap into that reason why. When I go through my slide deck, everything kind of makes sense. Number two, it also can be a flip side of things of maybe the value isn't enough where it's like, whoa, why is it this much? I've had that, but I've still been able to close, but I don't get a lot of pushback, if that makes sense. You see the big numbers, like, oh, okay, I may not be able to pay it up front, but can I
Mm,
do the installments? And
yep.
then that's when we close. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Installments, no problem. The thing I want to understand, remember, if
Mm-hmm.
your VA, okay, if you've got to train your VA to have these kind of eyes,
Mm-hmm.
they've got to be able to find these people, high level professionals that value their health, they have family on the line, they want to show up for their family better, have a better life. How can you train them to find these people? What are they looking for on the profile?
One, open an account, hopefully, unprivate account, public account. That's number one. Number two, a person that has some type of family, has those family photos, um, vacations, something along those lines.
Hmm. Along the lines of financial qualifiers, vacations are great.
Yeah.
What else are we looking
Um,
to financially qualify?
um, what they're wearing in a sense,
Mm,
what their lifestyle is perceived to look like, and also what they being that their profile is public, they're mostly going to be posting things that they're doing in terms of their lifestyle. They're going to hot yoga or they're going to I don't know, med spas. Those things are expensive. You know what I mean?
Mm. So it's people that are spending money on lifestyle.
Yeah.
Great.
And also have what they do in their bio for a living.
Mm-hmm. Career focused bio. Brilliant. So here's what's great. There are two primary ways to find these kind of people. Number one is if this kind of person here follows
Mhm.
someone else.
Okay.
So this is like probably the best way to get tens and tens of thousands of leads. So this demographic, they all follow this type of influencer, right?
Okay.
We need to know who that is. Are they following celebrity chefs? Are they following lifestyle influence? Are they following travel influence? Who are they following? Because what we can do then, use one of the softwares, download that list of followers, and then we have a tool to be able to segment people from that list based on what they have in their either in their little username thing, for example, whatever it is. So if they have in their bio like lawyer or doctor so and so or whatever the
Hmm.
case, great. We can take that big list of 80,000, plug in a
Okay.
few, and it'll spit out a whole bunch of people just like that. Number one. Number two, which is actually going to be the method that I recommend for you for this, is what we call our pinpoint lead method. And so essentially what you do is from Instagram. I'm actually going to see if I can pull this up for you, give you a live walkthrough here. This is where having a really strong niche comes in because you want to have really good keywords, right? So let me pull this up. We're going to type in for this example, doctor. Okay. I'm
Hmm.
going to take a look and there's a bunch of doctors that pop up. Real nice and simple. A lot of people should be familiar with this kind of method. This one makes so much cash. Okay. Got Dr. Avi Patel. Now, if he's the kind of person that aligns with your thing, great, but we're looking for women. So we want to click this little suggested tab here. We want to look for more doctors. Let's open these up. So we're just holding control, female doctor, another one. See dental. This lady here. Cool. And we can just go one by one. See, does this line up? Okay, she doesn't seem to have any family. No. This one here, she's on the younger side. No. This lady, I think she is married. No family yet. No. This lady, too young. This lady here, too young. This lady here. Let's see. Nope. This lady, maybe. And all we're looking for is one base profile. When we can find one person who is
Hmm.
within that kind of category, accountant, doctor, whatever, and their profile is spot on with what you want, this becomes the new root profile. And from there, we do the drop down and it's going to show us even more people. So this a lady, for example, she's an Indian dentist. Notice the
Okay.
people giving us now are more Indian dentists. This
Yeah.
suggested actually like a super tool. All we need is one base profile that is exactly what you're looking for. And now every time we hit that suggested tab, we're going to get more people that look just like it. And then down the rabbit hole we go. From that person, we can look at suggested. Bang, 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 bang. And just like that, your VA will essentially build a list of, depending on how many you're sending, if you're doing like 500 DMs a week, so 100 a day, they'll build that list of 500 on the weekend so that Monday to Friday, the focus is literally just messaging. They can stay locked in. This is how you can pinpoint target the right people, just message people who are cold, because all the money
Mm.
is actually outside of your audience, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. And this is the exact system that we use, right? We've got like a few more hacks and that kind of thing, or whatever, to make it easier. But that kind of solves how to find these people. Now, what do you say to them? The great thing you mentioned here is that these people, they're posting about their lifestyle all the time. This comes down to Instagram stories, right? Instagram stories for us, we found, is the best way to slide in because it doesn't come off spammy. We give them a compliment right away. It builds a conversation. And then as soon as they answer, we take our script to the next level. The
Yeah.
actual script that we use, so the one that you've got on YouTube, that's a bit of a longer one. We've narrowed it down to a simple 3 to 4 line script that transitions into a value video. This value video is that whole 5 minute.
Got you, got you, got you.
So essentially, all they need to do is say yes to the value video. Even if they're cold, they don't know us from a bar of soap, the pitch that we make for the value video, we already say a few lines in there that makes it so intriguing, they have to see the video. If they just say yes to this, the actual video itself does all the education, shows all the results, builds more intrigue, and that builds the curiosity to book on a call. It's not what you actually say in the DMs, it's what you do in the video, right?
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to build that kind of trust quickly, just sending the messages back and forth. That's why we just pitch the value video instead.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And this is just straight up real nice and simple. It's 5 minutes or less. It takes them right from cold all the way down to really knowing you, wanting to book a call, right? Easy money.
Yeah.
So that covers what do you say. In fact, you don't actually really say anything in DMs. It's
Yeah.
just story reply into the value pitch. Done. That value pitch, by the way, can be filmed once and engine sent.
Yeah.
So it's no like manual work for you anymore. The VA can actually manage the entire process start to finish, right? This ties into how do you convert, right? Which is what you do, what you say in that video, either makes or
Yeah.
breaks. From there, we follow up aggressively until they book. And that is how, out of 100 people a day, minimum, we can book in at least one high quality person.
Yeah.
Depending on your closing ability, you can close 2, 3 out of those 5, and you're
Yeah, for
absolutely
sure.
fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make things a little bit more clear as to why this is?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like the last video I watched of yours, bro, on YouTube that you had sent me, I just implemented a little bit, you know what I mean? And I implemented it. And I was like, hey, I had a lady, what actually got the lady to book the call that I didn't know.
Mm,
Our time zones were different,
mm,
right? So boom, we started the conversation and I was like, hey, do you know anybody that this was fit? You know, I was one
mm,
of your pitches, one of the lines you said in the DMs. Do you know anybody who may benefit from this type of program?
yeah.
She was like, oh, I'll ask around because she's a life coach.
Mm,
So then I sent her, I said, hey, okay, cool. Just have them check this. I have a link. They check the link out, and it's like it goes into my program. I don't have a video, but it has the program, has testimonials on there, and I have YouTube shorts of clients' testimonials explaining their, what their results were throughout the program. And then she ended up booking a call right from there.
great. Great.
So now you just really just fine tuned it a little bit more in that
Yeah.
sense, which I think is really dope. But
Yeah,
it
brother.
definitely makes sense.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Like you should see the depth we go into in the actual program, like
Yeah,
how we help you script out the loom, exactly what you say in the DMs, keep it short, how we completely replace you in the DMs. There's no need for you to do anything. But
yeah,
hopefully you can see, man, like why I suggest for you the most running this DM process. Like
gotcha.
you don't have to do ads to get to 10K extra.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So pretty much exhaust this option as much as possible, and you pretty much never even really exhausted it. It's just It's this is just the legwork in there, but you're not really doing the work. You're hiring your VA to look for your specific person that you need, and then your
yeah,
job is just to close. Gotcha.
exactly, dude. Like, do you want to know like personal stats, like within our business about like the numbers this has generated for us? So pretty much we've been running this one in our own business for like I think 18 months, this exact thing, right?
Hmm.
And you have to remember there's all these other acquisition stuff that we use. We use
Hmm.
ads, use the content funnel framework, we use communities. This is so passive for me. I spend no joke. I'd be surprised if on any given day I spent more than 30 minutes just checking in, just managing, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, my VA doesn't have to send me any screenshots. They know what to say. Most days, genuinely, I'm spending 15 minutes maximum just on maintenance, checking in, seeing how the VAs are doing, and they do the rest. 15 minutes a day cost me, depending on my VAs, can cost me $3 an hour for the VAs, can cost me $5 an hour. Some are on commission only, right? This is so passive for me. In the
Yeah.
past 18 months, I actually did a calculation. This passive thing that takes me 15 minutes a day has generated this business an extra $210,864 in additional coaching clients just running
Wow.
by itself.
Wow.
I barely have to jump in. Some days, yeah, like it's a little bit complicated. I'll need to jump in, reply on their behalf, whatever. Most days between 50 and 30 minutes a day. If that isn't a passive income strategy, I don't know what is. I don't
Sure.
do any of the personal like looms myself. My VAs do it for me. And extra 200K. Who's complaining about that, right?
And nobody.
No one, right? And that's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
It, like, if you consider ads on top, all the other stuff, like, I mean, come on, it just gets insane. But
Yeah. You could. Yeah.
that's why I'm a huge fan of the DM system, brother. And so many people miss the mark, like you would have seen in that YouTube video. They think it's either cold DMs by myself, grinding every day, or ads. It's not either or, it's in the middle.
Yeah. Finding that common ground.
If you can find a way to put it on autopilot, increase the volume. One of my mentors has this really awesome process before changing strategies or doing anything. Can you do more of what's working after you've maxed out? Can you do it better after you've maxed that out and it's working? Then look to do something new, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I love the system, man, because it hits on absolutely everything that each of these systems benefit. Like ads is hands off, a lot of volume. So is this. Cold DMs, hyper personalized. You can select who you want to speak to, high lead quality. So is this. It's the
Yeah.
best of both worlds for a fraction of the cost. I genuinely believe this is the new standard for fitness coaching client acquisition. It has to be.
For sure.
Yeah. But that pretty much covers that, brother. I mean, did you have any more questions around that?
No, not at all. I know I'm gonna get ready to hop in with a client, but this was
Yeah.
awesome, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Yeah, brother. What I'll do as soon as it's ready, I'll be launching this one next week, but shoot you over the video to it so you can watch it on repeat, whatever it is. But yeah, brother, would love to see you join us someday soon. We can really flesh this out for you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Too easy, dog. Catch you later.
I do. Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.